You may see these images when they come up. You may see these images and think of memories, flavor, or an emotion. My relationship with food is different. I think of how much insulin I'm going to have to inject because I need to inject because I've been living with type 1 diabetes for the past 30 years. Next slide. My name is Michael Fox. I'm founder of DugalHealth and a registered dietitian. Like 3 million other Americans living with type 1, my body does not produce insulin, a hormone that turns food into energy. To stay alive, I have to inject insulin multiple times a day. But deciding how much insulin to dose for meals is the greatest challenge to blood sugar control. Each of us needs different amounts of insulin. The process of trial and error to figure this out is exhausting. Dosing too little insulin makes my blood sugars go high. Dosing too much makes my blood sugars go low. While I need it to live, insulin is a dangerous drug. 1 unit of insulin is smaller than 1 teardrop. 1 teardrop too much can result in a trip to the ER, and it happens more than we'd like. The consequence of dosing wrong has personal and societal impacts. Type 1s experience 1 to 2 low blood sugars a day. Lows that result in a trip to the ER cost an annual $3.8 billion, 50% of which are due from dosing the wrong amount of insulin for meals. Dosing wrong happens because the system we're told to use, called carb counting, is flawed. It tells us to only dose for the amount of carbohydrates in the meal and nothing else. But you can see in this figure, the reality is much more complicated. So I created Dugal Diabetes, the individualized decision support app that takes the guesswork out of mealtime dosing. It's currently available for beta testing in Android and iOS. The app trains each user on how to take better care of their health. So if I'm going to sit down and eat this salad on top, I'm able to review my own history with similar meals to figure out the right amount of insulin to dose. Each experience indicates the dose I took and whether I thought it was too little in yellow, too much in red, or whether it was a match in green. Nothing like this has been done for people with type 1. Dugal Diabetes is the only holistic solution focused on mealtime dosing. The competition is focused on insulin administration, blood sugar monitoring, or data compilation. Even the artificial pancreas, which is the most advanced technology available, does not address mealtime dosing. The type 1 has to do that on their own. While our initial target market is parents of kids with type 1, the app has value to anyone dosing insulin for meals. The market size is considerable, with 11 million people taking insulin in the US alone. The Dugal Diabetes app not only improves blood sugar control and health outcomes for people dosing insulin, the AI model we're creating and the de-identified aggregate data we're capturing will transform diabetes technology and healthcare management for all diet-related chronic diseases. Diabetes is just where we start. We're using a subscription-based model with prices based on the number of users accessing the account. Now, type 1s spend an average of $25 a month just treating their lows. So using our app and dosing accurately for meals, users will save money. We'll reach our target market utilizing different strategies to achieve 3 primary goals: to increase brand awareness, visibility, and establish a brand ambassador program. The 3-year quarterly projections from the subscription-based model are promising. In the fourth quarter of 2020, we'll cover operating costs with just 1% of market penetration. And in the second quarter of 2021, we'll turn profit with 3% of the market share. These growth estimations are grounded in market history of products far less valuable than our app. Our team is vested, passionate, and qualified. We have the expertise needed in the medical and tech space, marketing, and data analytics that'll be instrumental to our success. We currently have over 500 downloads. After monetizing the app, we'll leverage social and medical influencers alongside our marketing initiatives to grow our user base by 10x by the second quarter of 2020. We've been invited to attend the Diabetes Technology Society conference next week to nurture collaborative partnerships with leaders within the industry. They recognize the novelty of our approach and the value of our aggregate data. 40,000 people are diagnosed with type 1 each year. Current technologies are not good enough. Join us in transforming life for insulin dosing diabetics with our Dugal Diabetes app. Thank you.